Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great day today on this hump day. We made it through unscathed, a couple bumps and bruises, but hey, that's par for the course. We just finished our Wednesday education webinar. We talked about psychological mistakes that can cost you money. So all you guys, if you missed the class, you missed the webinar, it is up and posted, so just go to the member video page on our website and check it out. And this is something that, I see these things happen every day, especially when I look in the mirror. So this ought to be pretty interesting, and some things for you to think about that we may not be thinking about that we're doing. And hopefully it can help you start becoming a little bit more consistent and making a little bit more money. All right, so let's take a look at our day here. SIG, if you're on Twitter, I tweeted this out last night. And I was being a little sarcastic on it because a lot of people were expecting this thing to gap up. And me, I'm like, no. Everything that I see, same store sales down, everything I saw was gap down. So, I was like, this is going to be my only earnings watch. And it was my only earnings watch for this morning, and really the one that set up the best for me. So I had a couple of stocks on watch, but this was my number one pick. You can see we were gapping down just like we like to 52-week lows, and just clean and green all the way down. So this was a perfect stop for my opening range breakout, and a perfect stop for my all-day hold strategy, which I'm going to show you the differences today because I traded both in both accounts. And you're going to see how, one works versus the other. So in the day trading account, you can see, we waited for the open. It put in the 5-minute opening range low. I got in and took profit here. Then we recovered. Had to take it off at break even. There's no way around this. So this was a perfect trade based on what the market gave me. Okay, here we pushed back up. We rejected the VWAP, the 9, the 5-minute opening range low, which was right here. This is a little bit off. I actually drew this too early. I drew this in the last minute, and we still sold off a little bit more. But so just this should be down, around this level here. And so I got short again, covered right about the same spot. Took my next one down here, and for some reason got spooked out of this. Ended up covering everything here. And so I got back short again and covered some here at this next level. And my next target, and we bounced back and ended up having to take it off at break even. We made this push up, and I could have gotten back in, under this level and just held it the rest of the day. But I already had this in my swing account. It was an all-day hold, so it didn't make sense to be exposed to the same stock. That's kind of overexposure as far as I'm concerned. But I did this so that you can see the difference in profitability. Now, if you're a day trader and you like to be active, this is kind of how you got to trade. Now, yeah, you could have got in here and then held it and held it and held it. Yeah, you could do that. There's no guarantee that this is going to reject here. No guarantee. So I need to book profit when I get it. Day trading is all about booking profit. And when you get into longer term strategies, then you can hold it for longer, longer term moves. So that you're gonna see that when we look at the other trade. But I missed one big trade. I really should have taken Tesla when the news came out, and I had my thesis on it. It was perfect. I should have taken it. Would have bumped me well over $1,000 today, but I didn't. I just stuck this. I had already had my platform turned off. I was done, and just locked this in. So we got 574.19 out of this, and I can't say this was over trading because this was exactly according to my plan. Exactly according to my plan. So as far as the day trading strategy. So that was pretty good. So here was my all-day hold. Okay, I wish I had been here and been able to get it up here. I saw this on my scan when I brought my, opened my platform up, and we were up here. And I thought about getting in and just leaving, but if I could have put a stop in, I would have gotten in up here. But because I have to leave and take my son to school, and trying to monitor this while I'm driving is too stressful. So I waited till I got back, and I got in, once I got a clear indication that we're not pushing VWAP here. So I just got in here, and the first candle went through, it hit my first target. It really should have been 40. There was something on the chart that made me put 40.29, but 41.29, but it should have been 40. Let's see, should have been 41, but I didn't get a chance to change it in time, so it did hit there. I gave up about 30 cents. And this was my next target. It hit. It just kind of weighed it all down. Now here's where I made my mistake this morning. Okay. My mistake was this afternoon. Because I was done day trading, I loaded this up in the chat room and was, showing what I was doing, and started watching this on a 5-minute chart. And the 5-minute chart had me take this off. There was no reason for me to take this off because these all-day trades are monitored on a 60-minute chart. You can use a 30-minute. I like to use 60-minute. There was no reason for me to take this off. And it made it all the way down 37.50. The strategy is get in early, possibly pre-market. If I could get a good entry, take it off at the close. That's the strategy. It's just that simple. I get in, I have my stop in. First thing, the market opens, I put my stop in, I put in my targets, and I close the platform. I walk away from it. Okay? If my stop hits, I'll have an alert on my Thinkorswim chart to tell me that my stop hit, or it hit the target where my stop is, so I can log in and kill these orders. But looking at it, I was like, yeah, I'm feeling the momentum change, and it was. On a 5-minute chart, we were bouncing. We were making higher lows. And we were making higher highs on the 2-minute, but not on the 60-minute. And I ended up giving up 1.5 points here on this move. So really, really bummed about that. But great, I took this move. Now, what's the difference between the day trading that I traded with 500 shares and the all-day hold? I traded with the same amount of shares, 500 shares. I made $1371.85 holding it all day using the 1 minute chart. Now, it takes a different type of patience to handle this. Okay? It takes a different type of patience. So if you're stuck on day trading, you're going to have trouble disconnecting and walking away from the market. So you can ease yourself into it. And you're going to see me taking these a lot more often as I move into my small account, where we're going to be day trading it next month. Starting second quarter. You're going to see me taking these. And we did a class on this 2 weeks ago. It's posted on the website that explains this strategy to a T. But we will be addressing it some more, as we move forward. But you can see just how much more profitable it is. Less tickets, less stress. And, you find the right stock, it's going to work. Now, yeah, some of these that gap down will run up, but that's why you have your stop in place. And if you're right 60% of the time, then you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, especially if you manage your risk on the 40% that you lose. All right, so that was that. Apple, I just made a mockery of Apple over 2 days. I held it the day before and started my morning off with the loss. In my day trading account, I held a day trade overnight that I shouldn't have. My thesis was right, but it moved against me like you saw yesterday and took me out before it made the move. Well, I didn't learn anything yesterday. I held in my swing account Apple overnight thinking that we were going to bounce, because I was looking for this to pull back and run back up. Yesterday it didn't. So today when it started selling off, I just said the hell with it and I flipped it. Let me see if I could find it here. I got these out of whack. Okay. Here, I just flipped it. What I did was I bought the cover. I sold it because I had a long position, and then I shorted it. And I accidentally covered all of it here. I didn't mean to do that. So I got back in and, ended up getting the rest out after the close. This didn't make the move I wanted it to. I wanted it to get to the 200. At least to the 200 or the, let me see if I don't have the daily chart for Apple. Yes, I do, right here. I wanted it to get through the 200 on the daily, on the intraday, and then down to the 20 here on this chart. Now tomorrow I'll be trading this for a move back to the 20. I think it's pulling back to the 20. If it gives me another trigger like it did today, I will short it back down to here, and I hold it in my swing account again. Hold it most of the day to make that move. But didn't really cover. I still ended up down $970 on Apple, because this was, I think I lost 1,300 or something on the overnight position. And, I didn't make it all back. So this didn't work out the way I had planned. But did take a little dent out of it, but not a whole lot. So overall today, 383.41. With this solid SIG, this is what happens when you do something stupid and you change your plan. Because all I had to do was cover this yesterday for like $150 loss and take it and move on. But I didn't. And it cost me today. So really could have made more money today. Just, made some errors here. The other stock I'm in, let me find it. Sorry about that. I didn't have my slides together today. SIG disappointed me. I thought we were getting below the 20 here. We ended up closing above it. I don't know what this thing is bipolar to. This thing should be selling off. But, you know, I'm still going to hold on to it. As long as they don't buy me in, I'm going to hang on to it because, you know, I really believe we're coming in. I can't add to this. I'm not going to add to it, but I am looking for it to come in. So, that's my day in a nutshell. I hope you guys had a good day too. And y'all take care, and I'll see everybody first thing in the morning.